an impromptu addition to the winter driving tips video. Just went up to Kananaskis for a ski tour, and this was dry, completely dry 2 hours ago. How fun was that? Oh man. Good morning. Good morning, Calgary. Good morning, FRS fans. Had a couple of people recently asking me, hey, can you give me some tips for winter driving in FRS? Lots of people are asking about just getting this car on the road in the winter at all. And as you all know, I drive this daily, all winter, all conditions. So today, a few quick tips and to get you started. First things first, put some weight in your trunk. Some people are gonna say, oh, I've got studded tires, I've got all different kinds of tires. This isn't gonna be like a setup video, but I've got 140 pounds of crushed rock bags in my back, kind of like sandbags. And I took them out on a sunny day thinking, oh, the roads are gonna clear up. And it makes a world of difference, huge difference in getting any grip at all. So before you start watching this video and thinking, hey, I'm gonna watch this and get some good driving tips, go put some weight in your trunk and then let's get started. All right, so on the road, this is Calgary. We've had record snowfalls this season and you're not gonna believe the shit I have to drive through. Look at this. This is my street. I'm not just showing you like a really shitty street to show you, oh, you might have to drive on something like this. This is actually the street that I have to drive down every day to get out of my house. Crazy ruts, crazy snow piles, and it takes a little finesse, but even with my car, with the lowering springs and the Tane setup, I can navigate every road so far in Calgary. Check it out. All right, time to gas up. Wow, look at that sky. Meanwhile, in Calgary, gas prices are brutal. 87, 117, 94, 139, 138.9. Brutal. Highway driving. Try not to do what this guy did. Whoa, dude. Right in the ditch. Brutal. Big four-wheel drive truck. Big winter tires. Right off into the ditch. You can see on the highway there's packed snow. Sometimes there's packed snow right on the line. And so here's the trick in your FRS or your GT86. VSC on the highway. I don't care how cool you think you are, pack snow, winter driving, keep it on. But also, as far as technique, you think you're driving in a straight line, no sudden movements. You have to be very predictable on packed snow at speed. And so I'm going about 60 miles an hour. I'm between 90 and 100 kilometers. And this car, I have no problem at all. But you have to be very, very in tune with the input your car is giving you. If you feel a slide or a bump, you don't need to react. Think about it like hydroplaning. When you're going through a big puddle and there's lots of standing water on the road, everybody knows, or you should know, no sudden movements, don't turn the wheel, lift off if anything, but coast straight through and your car will continue in a straight line. If you try to turn or adjust suddenly on packed snow, ice on the road, you're gonna be in trouble. So that's tip number one for highways. Look at that sexy beast. Yeah, hero. If you're ever out in Bragg Creek, stop by the Sugar Shake Bakery. Going to get some spicy meat pies. Sugar Sugar shake. Yeah, buddy. Thank you, Sugar Shake Bakery. If you stop in there, they've got soft ice cream and treats, all kinds of baked goodies. And spicy, cheesy sausage rolls. All right, you can tell by how bumpy this film is. We're on a completely snow-packed highway. This is Highway 66. The lovely clear road I was on last week has been snowed in by about a foot of snow, scraped clear, and good place to practice some winter driving tips. So like I was saying before we stopped for a little snack there, the key to winter driving on the highway is to be predictable, but also, if you want a little Takumi moment here for you Initial D fans, to be in touch with your car. So as I'm driving, there's packed snow. Some of it's melting and it's slushy and it's pulling my tires. There's lots of gravel and salt. And what you have to do, zone in here, grasshopper. Oh. One hand on the wheel. I usually have one hand on my gear shift. It's like God arm style, but you can feel everything. I can feel, through with the wheel, through the gear shift, through my butt and the pedals on the floor. If my wheel is pulling, there's a lot of slush on this left side, on the driver's side. When it pulls, I just resist a little bit. I would film my movements, but there's actually no movement. I make very subtle, slow adjustments and continually adjust my throttle response to whether or not I have grip. And in this car, you want to feel basically rotation, almost like you're rotating your shoulders. If you start to feel rotation behind you and you feel your seat start to move and your butt's pulling back a little bit, that's oversteer, and you need to learn how to counter steer or learn how to adjust your throttle. So the easiest thing on the highway when you start to feel oversteer in a rear wheel drive car like this is to let your throttle off just gradually. Don't yank it back. Don't hit your brake. And you'll feel almost immediately the grip grab and your car straighten out again. And you got to try that at different speeds. Try it around corners. When you have to brake, this slope I'm on right now, there's actually some glaze from the cars before me and from getting plowed off by the snow plows. So there's actually some ice. And so I don't want to do anything sudden with my brakes. But of course, this car has full-on ABS brakes. And so I just ease off my speed. I haven't hit my brake yet. I'm already down to like 40 kilometers an hour. And check this out. All right. Winter hazards in Alberta. Cattle guard crossing. You don't want to hit that at speed in the winter. And here we are out in the perfect place to practice some winter driving. So this is Kananaskis Provincial Park Visitor Center. You can see there's about 4 or 6 inches of snow on the road. And this is a fun little spot just to mess around with your car. So at some point here, I should probably insert disclaimer. The things I'm going to show you right now, go somewhere safe. Go somewhere with no cars. Go somewhere with no cement curbs, no light stands, anything you're going to hit if you lose control a little bit. I'm in a parking lot where there's literally nothing. All right, so check this out. This is a little parking lot. They keep it cleared in the winter just for people passing through. The visitor center is actually closed, so there's nobody here. There's a nice little turnaround here. Pretty fair-sized lot. Lots of snow. Don't mind my cool shorts and running outfit because I'm going for a run after. But what I'm gonna do here is basically get in the car, turn off VSC, turn off traction control. And if you don't know how to do that, I'll show you inside. You just hold down that button for about 7 seconds. And just see what the car feels like. When you go left, you'll feel your car spinning out behind you. You turn right. That's a counter steer. When you're going right, same thing. You'll feel the car spinning out the other side. So if you're turning right, you counter steer to your left to compensate. And it's a good idea too, while you're practicing this, hit the gas, give it some throttle, try hitting the brakes. We won't really probably get around with messing around with your e-brake today, but if you have issues with understeer, with your front end not gripping, if you feel like your front end is sliding, we're gonna, maybe play a little bit with hitting the e-brake. But the real trick for the car for winter driving, get out in a space like this where it's all safe. The worst damage I could do is hit one of these snowbanks, and get used to your car, get into the groove, find your zen, find your Takumi moment where you're one with the car. So when something happens when you are driving and you're in traffic or you're out on the highway, you know the feeling and you know what to do instinctively. Let's all have some fun. So I'm gonna do a little trick here so we can get some outside shots. I'm actually gonna attach my suction cup GoPro to this garbage can. Sweet. Check this out. Action cam. Thanks, GoPro. All right, so back inside the car, let's have a look at this from the inside. We'll start just cooking around here, doing some right-hand corners. I'm actually trying to get some speed because it's so deep. A little e-brake to get this hairpin. Turn in, counter steer. Turning in. I'm gonna want to turn right. Now my car's going that way, super counter steer. Full lock, other way. Wheels are this way, swinging back and forth. Anywhere my rear end goes, I steer into it. And you can hear the throttle. When I feel I've got grip, I give it a little bit more. When I lose it, I take it off. Now let's go the other way. For all you guys who are like skiers and boarders and stuff, even on bikes, my best way, my most natural way to turn, just for whatever reason for me, is left. So you can see I just hit some throttle, didn't need to really counter that much, but here taking a little bit of speed, we're going about 40, about 30. Now when the back end comes around, I turn left into it, still on the road. Into second, dropping down into first, put me around this hairpin. And you notice I never let go of the wheel. All right, sliding pretty hard, drop into first, counter steers all the way. Now I'm back. That's how easy it is. Whoa, big power slide. Like I'm going between 20 and 40. When you're managing your speed on the highway, it's the same action, only less aggressive. How fun is that? Yeah. How fun was that? Oh man. So you could see, went both directions, had a lot of fun. Yeah, Michelin beasts. That's a lot of snow. Yeah, infamous designs holding out. Check out this side skirt. Diffuser's still hanging in there. And most of my splitter, I only have the corners left. If you've been watching, I broke it off. So look at that. Perfect snowplow. Yeah, infamous. How much fun is that? You know, not only are you learning how to drive in the winter, but it's a blast. You're getting to know your car. For guys who want to get into drifting on asphalt, you know, in the future, you want to learn how to handle your car at speed. You know, on hard surface or on rainy surface, practice in the snow. It's the greatest equalizer. It's slipperier than anything you're going to get on. That's kind of snow and ice, and that was pretty deep snow, but that's how you learn, is you get out and you do it. Don't be caught out in a slide and you've never slid your car on purpose before. So that's the key. And like I was saying, here's the trick for getting your VSC and your traction control off. Right here, off. You just hold that button, and then you'll see on your dash, traction control off, stability is off. If you try that and it's a little bit too hairy and you're still learning, the other thing you can do, if you want to turn that back on again, actually, just press the off button, is do your VSC Sport. So you'll see VSC Sport. What it's doing is it's giving you a lot of grace. So it's not off completely. If you really start to lose it, your stability control will kick back in again. So if you want to practice there first, that might be a good idea. But to get back into, you know, into the zone and into the core of how to handle a rear wheel drive car, turn all that shit off and just practice. So that's winter driving for today, people. Hope you enjoyed that. If you have any questions or any tips, drop them down in the comments here. And I'm gonna go have some fun. This road is empty. When it snows out here, there's no one out here. So be a good day for a blast and go hit up the mountain for a run or something. Check this out. Yeah, that's a lot of snow. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. Talk to you again soon. Cheers. And that's how you do that.